name is Alexandra Wenman, and I'm here with Sarah Williams, and both of us are, what would you call us? Healers, channels,
grid workers, light workers, multi-dimensional healing frequency channelers. We don't even really know.
We don't really have a label.
Ask us what it is that we do. I'm Sarah Williams, and I run Organic Aromatherapy Limited, and I started that company around 2 decades ago, back in the mid-90s, after I woke up by reading the Celestine Prophecy. And then I realised that I needed to, as a therapist, as an aromatherapist and a body masseuse, that I needed to create something that was going to keep my clients balanced in between treatments, so they didn't need to keep coming back and seeing me. So I put together a range of soul harmony chakra balancing creams, which are essential oils and love. And I think the frequency of love is the most important thing, because that is what we've come together today to really talk about, isn't it? About sending on this solstice day love all over the planet. So although I make chakra balancing creams and also the sacred talismans and the jewellery that my daughter has now been channeling from Bali, which is somewhere that you've just been, we came together today, Alex and I, to talk about that initially, but we haven't really had a chance to talk about those things, because we realised that we feel so connected, and we had just come back together again, and are just sisters who are chasing each other around the planet, doing crystal work, galactic grid work, light work, and bringing people back to what they really are in essence, by reminding them of the light that shines within them, and clear away the veils, would you say, that have helped them to forget who they really are.
Expand their consciousness, really, isn't it, and bring them back into their bodies, but to embody that bigger consciousness here, now, on this planet, in their daily lives, to know. I mean, I know that from both our perspectives, everything is sacred. Everything, every footstep, everything we do, we can't be outside of the divine. It's within us, it's all around us. And I know that it's interesting, the connections now that are being made, because Sarah and I, many moons ago, were originally connected when I worked as the editor for Prediction magazine, and Sarah would advertise with us, and we did some articles about her creams and some reviews about her creams, and we're talking like 10 plus years ago, like a long time ago. And then she had a Facebook group, and I connected through the Facebook group, and then I'd sometimes post my videos up there. And then what's been happening to me lately is that I will either dream about someone, or their name will drop into my head, or I will just get like a call from the universe, contact this person now. And so I just felt, I need to contact Sarah. I need to see if she'll come on my show, and maybe we'll do some filming, do an interview about her creams. And then we were meant to actually meet up quite a few weeks ago, and for whatever reason we had to reschedule, and then Sarah realised, oh my goodness, it's the solstice. Shall we do a ceremony? Shall we do a fire ceremony for the summer solstice? And every hair on my body stood on end, and I just got goose flesh. And well, we've connected today. I mean, it just feels like lifetimes and lifetimes of this. It feels really important that even though we're going to be a small group here, we wanted to film it to put it out to more people, and people that can tune into this, because I feel like we're in 2019 this year as we're filming, and we're moving into 2020, and I know that a lot of people feel that 2012 was like the end of the Mayan calendar and the beginning of this whole new epoch, but to me 2020 feels like now is the time, now is this big gateway. And already I'm seeing a lot of light workers that have been through almost like what I would call, I mean, I went through this huge life collapse, and I know that many other people are going through it, where all our hugest fears are coming right up for us to face. but we're moving into this new beautiful timeline of love and remembrance of who we are. All of our ancient memories are reawakening, and this is the work we both do in different ways. I work with symbolism, and I work as a channel, which is that I connect with the consciousness of everything. So I can work with angelic beings, star beings, galactic beings, earth elementals, but I see them as living beings. I feel like a tree will show me its spirit, as a dryad, an ancient tree spirit, will come forward in the guise of that little being that lives there. So we are now waking up and remembering magical earth, and remembering that the earth is so much more than what we see with our 3D eyes, and that we live in this, there are realms and dimensions within inner earth and all around us that are not separate from us, it's part of us, and that the earth is an extension of us. And she's our mother, right? And we've, some of us have had lifetimes and lifetimes here, and we're remembering them, and some of us have had lifetimes in other realms. Our soul is so infinite. And so I feel like my feeling around, I don't know what Sarah thinks, but I want to ask her, because my feeling around kind of what we're celebrating here today with this solstice and this ceremony of fire and light and the return of the light, and the light at its height really is the anchoring of all these timelines and all these realms, and this multi-dimensional consciousness is remembering that it's all here now. It isn't in the past, it isn't in the future, it's the eternal now moment, it's the eternal present, and we're all embodying that. So it's remembering our multifacetedness and our true diamond light purity here. So I don't know if that's a big ask to celebrate that here today, or to it's the truth of who we are, right?
Of the west, Alexandra, protect our mental space. Teach us the way of peace to live impeccably. Show us the way beyond death, our hope. Winds of the north, hummingbird, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones, come with your hands by our fires. Whisper to us in the wind. We honor you who have come before us, and you who will come after us. Our children's children, our great eagle, Condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Keep us under your wing, and show us the mountains we only dare to dream. Teach us to fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit. Mother Earth, we've gathered for the healing of all of your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, two-legged, creepy crawlers, fifth, third, and living ones, all our nations, our home. Father, Son, Grandmother Moon, and to the star nations, Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable one, thank you for bringing us together and allowing us to sing the song of life, our home. And we're all facets of diamonds, and we're all from the light coming down through the mud and the quagmire and the hardship and the fear, and going back to the light. And I've been told that we've gone all the way around here, and we're about here now, and we're about to get back up to the light, and that's all we are. We're all fragments of the same oneness, the same beautiful light, the source light, the unconditional love from the highest accessible point of source for the highest good. And all we're here to do is to help people in our various ways, whether it be through essential oils and love, or whether it be through channeling, or whether it be through crystal grid work or essences or anything that we do. It's all about reminding people who they really are, so that they can bring their highest element to the light now, turning from carbon-based vehicles into silicon crystalline beings of light for the first time, they say, ever. Which is why the Christic Galactics are all stepping forward, and the angels and the archangels and the ascended ones and the masters, they're all watching us, and the Christed ETs that are all, gathered here watching us as we're doing this. And their hat is off to all of us, because we're all going through really quite hard, let's say challenging, shall we, times at the moment, so that we can actually shine our light to the fullest and be the expression of the light. And I've been guided that we're here just to clear aspects of our souls, to take information back to the light, to the source. So we're all a little bit of a multi-dimensional faceted rainbow of light, which comes not just from our local sun, but now since 2016, since 28th of September 2016, I believe. I just need to check that. But since then, not only have we had the light from our sun, but we've had the light from the galactic central sun, which comes through the portal of our own sun, which affects the DNA of our cells, which upgrades us from the old physics to quantum physics, the string theory, to the fact that we are now realigning our DNA through the sun's reaction with our bodies, enabling us to upgrade these vehicles to crystalline vehicles of light. But that means that we have to go through the tougher times of letting go of some of the carbon within our bodies, and that's fear. So as we're stepping through the fourth dimension of, from the third dimension of fear, through the fourth dimension of karma, time, and fear, so we're all dipping in and out of that now, into the fifth dimension, which is joy, bliss, gratitude, instant manifestation, bilocation. You won't have to use fossil fuels anymore. You can just blink your eye and go through a portal like in Stargate and get to Mexico early. Saturn, another universe. And it's just, it's the blink of an eye, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be on some old rocket ship that takes light years to get to another part of a universe or a galaxy or whatever. So I believe that the grid work that we're doing and the light work that we're doing now is simply we're not any more special than anyone else. I believe that the man that clears the rubbish at the end of the street is just as much of a teacher to me as someone who sits on a stage somewhere or writes a book. The Dalai Lama would have said the same thing. The peace that we need to bring to each other and to ourselves now.
With all this these amazing activations that are going on, it's really important, especially the more you start to awaken and realize this multiverse and all this galactic information, all these amazing activations that are happening. I think it is really important that we are able to stay grounded and present and hear and understand what that means for us in terms of our daily lives and what's happening in our daily lives. And what is actually happening is that people are almost starting to be forced to have to turn their attention from the world out here to the world in here, and they're starting to question, what do I really want? What do I, it's like we can't live in our pain anymore. We can't keep suffering. We can't keep being a rat in a wheel working 9 to 5 because the struggle is real, people. And it's like, well, how do I change my life? And how do I follow my heart and my bliss? People are starting to follow their bliss. And as you start to follow your bliss, then you're going to start to find that your natural innate gifts begin to awaken. So people are having abilities where they're dreaming about each other, They're having some people who never even used to have any kind of psychic senses now. I see clients on a daily basis coming in and going, I'm hearing not so much hearing voices, but their clairaudience is switching on. They're having vivid dreams. Their memories are awakening.
Preferences are changing. Preferences are changing.
Totally, hugely.
Everything with social structure is breaking down everywhere, and that includes the body, your choices, your social media, and of course the structure of the planet. You're looking at the tectonic plates around the planet, you're looking at the political systems and the health systems. But actually, when you bring it all back down to the body, then we need to heal the body, as in with the Ho'oponopono.
Because our sensitivity is going up so much, right? Like, I know. This is where this diamond thing came in, because as Sarah mentioned, like, I began to feel the effects of the 5G radiation since they've turned it on in my area in London, and they turned it on, I think a little while ago, but in sort of near my area, so I was feeling it and I was wondering if that was 5G, and then I got woken up in the middle of the night at midnight to this electrical microcurrent coming through my body, and it was like a surge of electricity, and it has not switched off since that day. And so I wanted to find out, first of all, how I could offset it. So I've been wearing shungite and crystal and looking into organites and things like that, but I mean, I'm on a practical level, I can't walk around in a shungite suit all day, shungite underpants, this is not going to be practical for me. And from a fashion standpoint, I don't necessarily like a lot of the these organite type technological jewelries and things that are going on. It's not my style. So I was like, okay, well, there's got to be, I know that there's two sides to every coin, and we live in this realm of duality, and where there is dark, there is light, or where there is something going in what we perceive to be wrong or bad, there is always a gift in the situation. And so I sat down and I talked to my guides and I asked, what is happening here, please? And I was told this is part of this rapid evolution. It is part of it, because this technology, where it's being misused, is affecting our nervous systems. It's barraging us with harmful radiation and frequencies that we don't know the health effects of. There's not been enough research done in that. But what it's doing is it's shaking up our cells, and a lot of people that actually haven't woken up yet are going to wake up in this energy. And so what my guides showed me is a process that will help us to anchor into the new earth timelines and the new earth frequency. So you're raising your vibration almost out beyond it, sort of transcends that dark energy, that lower energy, that lower frequency. And so you're anchoring into new earth energies, and it's like your soul is going, right, let's get above the storm, let's get out of that chaos. And then it's grounding you into the new earth frequencies, and it creates this, when we transcend the good and the bad and the light and the dark, we open a new field of consciousness, and I call this the field of highest potential. So we're opening into, people might call it the 0 point, the unconditional love frequency, and it is a vortex, it is what our divine creation energy is. We are both masculine and feminine in our consciousness. So
we can create anything now, and with the galactic alignments that are happening at the moment, we can dream our worlds into being in a whole new way, especially from the middle of June, the solstice day, moving forward, definitely for the next 2 weeks, but after that it goes through, as I said, into 2020 and beyond. But it's incredibly powerful from the solstice day today, around the planet, from yourself to dream your world into being, to send that love to yourself, to your heart, to that tiny space in the center of your heart. Clear it, to clear your body, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body and your spiritual body. And if you do yourself, then you're going to clear the planet. Sarah Williams, and I'm on www.organic-aromatherapy.co.uk. I've got about 4 Facebook pages, so healing and chakra balancing and soul harmony. The soul harmony creams and candles and jewellery. But if you want to contact me, also I'm at Sarah at organic-aromatherapy.co.uk, and you can contact me there. But if you want to just Google me, Sarah Williams, aromatherapist or healer, I think I come up somewhere. So that would also be a good place too. I do a lot of work with people like Positive Living too, and of course, you know, your network is huge. Also, yeah, you can get hold of me. I do readings, I do Facebook lives, I do, gosh, what do? I do Skype sessions, I do one-to-one sessions. I still, as a therapist, see people one-to-one. I teach Raise Your Vibration workshops, which I've been teaching now for the last at least 15 years, to 7 levels. And the 7th level, which Alan and I were just talking about, is all about water energy. It's about Neptune energy, which is one of the reasons we've got the water coming through here in the background with all of this. So yeah.
So thank you so much. So my name is Alexandra Wenman, and to get hold of me, I run one-on-one sessions, both online. I have a global network online, and in London, Victoria as well. And my website is www.alexandrawenman.com. I also have a YouTube channel called The Alexandra Wenman Show, where I do interview lovely other healers, teachers, experts, authors in the world of spirituality and awakened consciousness. And I also do channeled meditations and guidance on there. And on Instagram, I'm Alexandra C. Wenman. So that's how to get hold of
Perfect.
Sarah.
Perfect. We look forward to hearing from you.